Welcome to Distress to Joyful, Bailey's Way. I'm your host, Bailey Reber, here to enlighten you and the rest of the world about one of the most misunderstood mental disorders out there, bipolar disorder. Each week, we're going to learn more about my personal journey with the disorder while leaving you enriched with new information on how you can help better yourself as well as those around you. Welcome back, friends. It's a new week. It's the week of Thanksgiving. This is going to be a weird Thanksgiving. I don't know about you guys, but where I live, COVID cases are starting to rise again. Not cool. Not cool at all. Thankfully, Texas, I don't know if this is a thankfully, to be honest. I'm not sure, but I do know that Texas has not locked us all down yet, and Governor Abbott says he never will. Honestly, I don't really agree with that now that I actually think about it. But because Abbott is not locking things down, I know people are still having, their normal Thanksgiving with all their family and friends. Totally cool. You do you, boo. You do you. We are not going to do that. We are going to stay at home and kind of just do our own thing. Yeah, it's going to be small. It's going to be quaint. It's going to be weird. It's not going to be any turkey. Monish's friend will be in town, and he doesn't eat meat, so I'm cool with that. And honestly, I don't know how to cook a turkey, so it kind of saves me. I don't have to worry about accidentally burning a turkey or anything crazy like that. But yeah. So also what's really cool is Monish is from India and his friend is also from India. Neither of them have ever attended a traditional American Thanksgiving. So I'm going to cook them some stuff. Some good old green bean casserole, some sweet potatoes. I'm going to cook this isn't cooking. You don't cook a chocolate pudding pie, but I'm going to make a chocolate pudding pie and 2 other random dishes for Thanksgiving, and boom. They're going to get to have real American Thanksgiving for the first time. And I'm going to cook it all. I'm kind of excited. This is exciting, not going to lie. Very exciting. So I'll post pictures on Facebook and Instagram if you want. I feel like I kind of have to prove that I cooked all this now that I said that. So guys, there is a TV show I really need y'all to all watch. Oh my gosh. This Is Us. Mandy Moore stars in it. And oh man. So it's on Hulu. If you have Hulu, you can watch the first 4 seasons like all the way through. But guys, This Is Us. Oh my goodness. Bring a box of tissues every time you watch an episode because it is so heartwarming and emotional and all the good things. Like, it's a really, really, really good show. But their newest season, oh my God, the very first episode, everything is like updated with, they mentioned COVID and the riots and George Floyd, and they mention all of these in the first season and hit some really deep, important topics, which is why I think you should watch it. I really do, because, oh man, it's intense, but it's worth it. Like, you need to watch it. You do. And that's all I'm going to say, because you need to watch it. I'll put some links somewhere so you can find the link and you can read for yourself, but please just watch it. Do yourself a favor. Do the world a favor and watch it and learn from it, please. Thank you. And lastly, before we get started, I still need more people to interview for season 2 in 2021. So I've got a couple lined up already. But guys, I need more. So if you know somebody who you think would make a great candidate, dude, just send them over the link. Just do it. Tell them, like, hey, I've been listening to this podcast. I think that you would make a great guest, and she needs some guests, and You should do it and peer pressure your friends. Do it. This is a good peer pressure system, and I believe in it. So do it. All right, enough of that. So for today's episode, I'm going to tell you what you've never been told before about bipolar disorder. So first of all, if any of you out there are listening and have been previously diagnosed with bipolar disorder, just as I have, I want you to know that you are smart, you are creative, and you are uniquely beautiful. And your bipolar disorder does not define who you are, but it is part of you. So you have two options. You can choose to resist it, which is what I did for probably 8 years of my life, the first 8 years of diagnosis. Or you can do as I'm doing now and choose to embrace it. I choose to embrace my bipolar disorder for a number of reasons. And of course, there are some parts of this disorder that suck. They just freaking suck. There's no other way around it. But there are also a lot of great things that come with this that regular people miss out on. And personally, I've learned that the best way to live life is to focus on the positives, not the negatives. One more time for the people in the back. The best way to live life is to focus on all of the positives, not the negatives. So here are some of the positive things that come with bipolar disorder that regular people don't get. They don't get this. This is special to you and to me and to everybody else who's got this unique diagnosis. We have periods of highs. If you, like me, have bipolar 2 disorder, the highs and the lows that we have are a little less extreme than some of those who have bipolar 1. And the great thing about the highs is when we're sitting in one, oh my God, the productivity rate is insane. Like, I just do so many things and I get all the things done in like the fastest amount of time ever. And you know what I'm talking about. If you are just like me, then you know when you're feeling great and you're on the roll and you've got the ball rolling, you are not stopping. It's like that bowling ball. You get out of my way or I'm going to knock you down. Like, this is what I'm doing. All of the things. And not only is, the productivity out there, but also you just feel good, man. Like, I can't even describe this to somebody who doesn't have bipolar disorder, but there's just a feeling that comes along where you just feel confident and you feel great and you feel on top of the world and you feel like you can do anything. Which, as long as that anything is not too extreme, like don't go jumping off a bridge because you think you can do that. Like that's a little overboard, and that's where we need a bit more help with our mental state. But otherwise, if we're not on the extreme end of the highs, it's a good thing. You get shit done. You feel good. And when you feel good, everyone around you is feeling good too. Because that feel-good mood is contagious. You can walk into a room and you can light that whole room on fire because your energy is so big and so bold that everyone else around you can feel it too. And you boost their moods too. You're a mood booster. Yeah, you are. And that is something that not everyone can do. Some people walk into a room and they fade into the back and they're just quiet and nobody even notices them. But you, though, when you're in these productive highs, or maybe even when you're feeling normal too, who knows? Depends on your own personal personality. Is that a double negative, personal personality? Either way, your good moods are contagious, and that's a beautiful thing because not everybody has a mood that can light everybody else up. On the note of the highs, another thing that I just kind of realized this past weekend, I was visiting some family members of mine in Dallas, and we were playing a game, and I caught on really quickly. It was called Nerds. You like play solitaire with cards. Everybody has their own deck of cards, and then it's I don't think I can even explain it to you. It's really complicated, and I'm a visual person, so I'm gonna skip over the details, but Nerds. Google it. I'm not even sure if this is a thing that's Googleable. I'll check it out and I'll put in the show notes if it is. But we were playing Nerds and I caught on super quickly and also won. I do have to say that I freaking won with 516 points. Yeah. But as we were playing it, they mentioned everybody at the table was like, wow, like Bailey caught on really quick and she's a quick learner. And I thought about how earlier that day I was playing with slot cars in my uncle's shop. And he told me, he was like, wow, you're the only person I've ever seen pick up on it so quickly. Like, you're the fastest learner I've ever seen pick up on that. So when I combined, okay, I learned slot cards very quickly and I learned how to play Nerds very quickly and master both of them quickly, I thought, okay, I am a fast learner. I always have been. Why is that? I kind of sat with that question for a minute. Why do I learn things so quickly? And cue the light bulb moment here because I was like, wait a second. When I go through highs in my stages of bipolar disorder or phases, stages, whatever you may call them, when I go through the highs, I am sometimes talking so freaking fast, and that's because my brain is moving so freaking fast, and I am doing things so freaking fast, and you get the point. Everything is happening so fast. So I thought about it, and I was like, okay, because my brain goes through these cycles, like rapid cycles sometimes of like fast, like everything's so fast, that when I'm in normal mode, my brain still knows how to do that. It still knows how to pick up on things very, very quickly. I'm like, that's got to be the only explanation. I'm going to do a little Google searching for you guys, but I'm pretty sure that that's got to be like a huge piece of why I'm such a fast learner. So if I'm learning things quickly like this, and I have this unique disorder that involves my brain, that means there's got to be other people out there who also are fast learners because of their bipolar disorder. Right? Right? Right. Sadly, I don't know enough people who have this disorder. I feel like I know maybe one person and nobody that I know close enough to where I can sit down and like talk about these things with. So on a side note, if you're listening and you have bipolar disorder, dude, send me a message on Instagram. You can find the link in this episode's notes on whatever platform that you're listening on. But I want to chat with you. I want to get to know you. I want to know how you work and how your brain works and how you interact and how you feel. I want to know these things because, guys, I only know from my perspective. I only know my point of view and how things have happened with me. But if these things are happening with me, they've got to be happening with others. Like, they've got to. Another trait that seems to be very, very common amongst those of us with bipolar disorder is creativity, specifically in the form of arts and sciences. 2 examples. The first one is the biggest one, and that's Demi Lovato. She has come out to the world about her bipolar disorder, And honestly, that's been very inspiring. I remember first seeing her posts about it on Instagram and thinking, wow, a celebrity has something like me. Okay, I'm definitely not alone. Like, if she's able to open up to the world about this, hell, I can too. Another celebrity is Kanye West, and both of these people, are in the music industry. I'm pretty sure they both write their own stuff. I know that Kanye writes most of his. Not sure about Demi. I'll see if I can find a link for the show notes. But either way, these are highly creative individuals who are living with bipolar disorder. And dude, another one, Vincent van Gogh. He was thought to have bipolar disorder as well. I don't even need to elaborate on him. If you don't know who he is, oh, I'm shaking my head at you right now because that's really sad. But he was a very, very, very famous artist. And you should know about him. And if not, again, there's going to be a link in the show notes. And you better look him up and do some research and knowledge yourself on that. Yeah, knowledge yourself. Anyways, those are just 3 examples of highly creative individuals who are also famous because of their creativity, which likely stemmed from bipolar disorder. And guys, if you know me personally and have seen the things that I can come up with and that I create, then you know that creativity is high on my list of things that I have. Like that is a trait of mine that I exhibit on a daily basis. Oh my goodness. And if you don't know me personally, then dude, check out the Instagram page, and I'm going to try to be more consistent with posting things on the page that I do in my spare time. But sewing is one of them. Guys, I have so many hobbies, and I create so many things. Whether it be crafts, whether it be clothing, whether it be recipes. Dude, I'm always coming up with something new. And if you've got bipolar disorder like I do, I want to hear what you do. I want to hear how you spend your time and the things that you create and what you make, because I know you're doing something. You're doing something creative, whether you're writing songs, playing music, making dances. I don't know if that's a thing. Choreographing dances. Yes, there we go. That's the correct term. Excuse my ignorance. You're choreographing dances. You are sewing like me. You are painting. What are you doing? I want to hear about it and I want to see it. Please, 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 please. Because I know those of you out there who have this like I do, you've got that creative aspect. You do. It's because our brains are wired differently. And there's a link in the show notes that will explain more into depth on that. So check it out. That's something that's very unique and beautiful about us. And lastly, something that I want you to know is that having bipolar disorder does not make you disabled or handicapped whatsoever. You should not be limited from the things that you want to do in your life, as long as they're healthy, because of this disorder. Like, seriously, this should not limit you from anything. Guys, I live a very happy and healthy life. I do. And I have bipolar 2 disorder. So if I can do that, so can you. So if anything, guys, what I want you to take from this short little episode today is that whether it's you or someone you know that has bipolar disorder, you are fully capable of living a very happy, full, and healthy life. Yes, you are. There are some things that you're going to have to do that regular people don't in order to stay balanced in the mess of the highs and the lows. There are. But if you keep up with the things that you need to do for you, then you can be healthy and happy too, just like everybody else. And more importantly, you deserve to be happy and healthy, just like everyone else. Remember that. Write it down. Tell yourself that in the mirror every single fucking day if you have to. But you deserve to be healthy and happy, just like everyone else. In order to stay healthy and happy, one of the things that I have learned to keep me healthy and happy is sticking with routines. So if you haven't guessed it, next week we're going to talk about routines. Y'all, my therapist had been telling me for probably 6 years that I needed to implement routines in my life in order to help me stay balanced in between the high and low episodes. And for 6 years, I didn't listen to her. Oh, no, I did not. And that probably drove her absolutely insane. Like, that probably made her so mad. I mean, that would make me mad if I had to keep telling someone the same thing over and over and over again, and they didn't do it. Oh, I would lose my mind. I'm like very, very thankful for all y'all therapists out there, because y'all must have an extreme amount of patience that I, unfortunately, do not possess. So thank you guys for taking on the role that people like me would never succeed in. We appreciate you and we love you. But seriously, though, we're going to talk about healthy routines and why they're so important in next week's episode. And also, if you haven't already, please do your girl a favor and leave a review on Apple Podcasts specifically. Tell the world why you enjoy listening to me talk to you in a closet every week. And help get other people on board. And don't worry, when I bring on guests, I'm not going to make you talk in a closet with me. I'm not that cruel. I'm going to talk to you over Zoom because technology is a beautiful thing and keeps us safe and distant during this COVID season. A season that is lasting way too long, if you ask my opinion. I know you didn't ask my opinion, but you got it anyways. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you tuning in. If you're enjoying the show and you're not on Apple Podcasts, tell me on Instagram. Oh, man, let's connect on Instagram. I would love to hear from you and hear what you like, what you would want to hear more of. I just want to hear about you. Tell me what you do, who you are, and why you chose to listen. I want to know that too. Yes, I do. Alrighty, guys. Until next time, take it easy, stay grateful, and be joyful. Bye.